I had to use that title, How I Found the Path to Your Best Life, because for most people, that will not make sense, and you may not believe that is possible, or how could I have found it? I didn't really find it, I was given it. And that's the thing that I have to talk about. When we come into the world, we have little idea of who we're going to become. It's an adventure that we take. It's an internal venture, and it's in our consciousness. And we could take all kinds of different roads and move to different places in our lives, but ultimately, you want to own yourself. You want to know who you are. You want to know that you have a purpose and a reason for being alive. And I couldn't find that for the longest time, so I believe that's what led me to do what I've done, because I didn't know how I was going to create this thing for your best life, but I do know that I have it. And I'm saying this because it doesn't matter who you are, because you operate as a human, and this is about your consciousness, and we all operate in the same way. We just learn different ways of doing that as we live, as our civilization changes, and then things can happen where certain people will develop new abilities. You will do that. You will develop some new skill, some new ability that you couldn't even imagine that you've done. We're meant to do that. But then you can also possibly hold yourself back, because it is that different and it is you. I talked about that a while ago, but I want to give you this tonight because I needed to explain it. Every difficulty that we have is something in our consciousness that we have not been able to move beyond. It's a blockage. We've learned so much about neuroscience. We do know that that happens, why we have it, and we also know how to change it. We've learned about cognitive behavior training. Many of us have gone to therapists. We do all sorts of things to get a new way to view ourselves so that we can live a much better life. And the thing that any individual, no matter who you are, how old or young you are, you want to know that you have self-ownership. That's the most powerful place to be. I didn't have that. And I hid from myself. So I never want to see people do that. Now I'm 75. And this work that I have received, I couldn't tell you why it was healing my life. I couldn't tell you why I was moving to a higher state of consciousness. None of that I could have told you. And I didn't want to be out in public doing it. I didn't want to even talk about it. A while ago, several years ago, I made a post. I said, I can't see anything wrong with you. And that was an awareness that I came to. I didn't even know why it had happened then. Because I knew that any difficulty that someone is having, they just can't see the other side of where they are. That's all that's happening. And I spent 36 years sitting down every single day and writing down the solution. That's exactly what was happening, because I needed to move through my life. I needed to heal things, and mind-body healing started to happen. All sorts of things began to happen that I could never explain. Yesterday I posted something called the Order of the Universe, because that was what I was given. There was an alignment with all of this information. This is why it works so well for others, and I didn't know that either. And so what I'm doing now is I'm completing it. I'm doing more, because only a small portion I've used. 36 years. As you look at the documents, you will see more, because it verified it. As we live, we grow, we do new things, we learn technology and all of that. Now that we have artificial intelligence, we can discover so many new things. And that's what happened with me, because I didn't know. And it said, what Wilhelm has given you is a curriculum that is just so potent, and you don't know what you have either. We each develop something, and it happens over time, and then we live our lives and give it to the world. But what I'm saying is that now I'm going to complete it. It took me all these years because I couldn't have verified it. I couldn't have said that it worked. I couldn't have said that it could give someone their best life. But that I do know. There's no question or difficulty or challenge that you're going to experience in your life that this will not give you a way to understand it, move over it, and get to a place of culmination or success or whatever it is for you. That's what I know. And there's no way you could read the messages and the details and not believe that. We all operate the same way. We just use different techniques to get to ownership of ourselves. And mine was very bizarre, but it's turned into the first of its kind. You may create the first of its kind. I'm putting this out tonight because I wanted you all to see this. I'm going to write more about it tomorrow because I'm putting more together, and I'm bringing in people to help me complete this work because I want so much more. I'm going to give so much more to everyone, people who are already in the program as well. And I want them to understand because we're never done. We don't know what we can do. It's still ongoing. But I wanted to give you this, and again, I have a few openings for people who will be willing to take this at a hugely discounted rate and then give me testimonials so that you can tell the world how much this changed your life and how happy you are now, because that's the end result. You're going to end up happy. When we're still having fear and doubt and insecurity, we haven't connected to our authentic self. When we're struggling in our work, we haven't done that. And I was doing that because I wasn't willing to own who I was. I don't want you to do that. But now you have a great opportunity because it's all in the work and you can see all of it here. And I know this is not something everyone's going to do or understand or believe is possible. I didn't believe it was possible, but you're seeing a result, and you can listen to others and hear from them the same thing. But you are here to do something, and now is the time that you're supposed to do it. And ownership of yourself is the most powerful thing you can do. See you soon. Check out all the work, and if the offer is still there, please take it. It'll change your life. See you soon.